Well, hey friend. So, we're going to try this video again. I know you guys don't understand what I mean by we're trying it again, so let me explain. Last month, I thought I had finally gotten my Lucky Griffon book from Unplugged book box. And I was like, hey, great, we finally got the book. And while I'm at it, I'll do the winter harvest comparisons between the two copies that we had gotten. Sorry, 1 second. The computer's yelling at me. Alright, fine. Be that way. Alright, 1 sec. Alright, there we go. Sorry. Computer was yelling at me. Anyway, back what I was saying. So, while I was waiting for my copy of the book to arrive, I did manage to find the two copies of Winter Harvest that we have been sent. One is the newer one. One is the one that they're like, we're not very happy with this. So, let's see. Let me remember which one is which. Okay, this one must be the new one. No, this is the old one. I kept the card with it. So they're saying that the gold one was the original copy that we got, and oh no, the gold one is the original cover and the twisted cover is our silver one. And they were unhappy with the print quality. Okay, so this one is the original, this one is the reprint. So, not seeing, 1 second. There we go. Okay, so first glance on the cover, not really seeing a whole lot of difference. Well, okay, this one, the one on my left, the cover is a little bit darker and not quite as crisp. And the page edging, on camera they look the same, but in real life, this one has a darker, it's almost more like an ivory rather than white. And then the back is pretty much the same. Well, except for this one looks a little off center compared to the other one. So, and then if we look at the inner dust jacket. Okay. Oh, big differences here. Okay. So this one was the original one. Actually, we'll do it this way. Okay. So this one is the original inner dust cover jacket. In fact, I'll do it that way. That's the first inner cover dust jacket, and they were like, we're not real thrilled with this. Okay. And as a reminder, here's our foil cover copy. So lovely, so beautiful. And then the inside covers, I think this one, yep, and signed. So I'm pretty happy about that. So we'll put this back on. Okay. And then we're going to put the card back with this one so we know that this one was the original. Because I know later at some point I'll forget. Okay. So that's the original, that one. And then this is the inner dust cover of the second one. Oh, that one is a much different image. I mean, it doesn't have the wording on the inside, but it is a lot more detailed, and we've got the green instead of the black. Which, considering this is supposed to be a story about Demeter, understandable. foiling looks the same though. And then inside, inside, very different story as well. We have a different inside cover picture and last page picture. And I think they got the author to re-sign these as well. Oh yeah, there we go. So different inside picture with the space for her to sign her book. Yeah, and then this is the card that came with it, but this was, yeah. So this one actually says this is the reprinted edition. So what they were unhappy about was the original artist of the end pages and reverse dust jacket provided blurry images. After contacting them, we were unable to get them to issue a better quality, so we commissioned new, similar artwork. We also redesigned the tip-in pages so the top was not as slightly cropped, and the author was kind enough to re-sign them. Feel free to give away or donate your original copy. The original artist. In fact, I'll do that for you. Yeah, so the tip-in pages. I haven't even looked. Unless they're just talking about the end pages. Because so far I'm not seeing anything. But, okay, so yay! We finally got to see the different editions. I'll probably end up keeping both of them, honestly. Unless, you know, one of my friends wants... One of my friends or their little ones, which we jokingly call their teenagers, decides that maybe they want the one that was not happy about. But I mean, for now, I'm going to keep them both. So I'm going to set those aside, and then I think we finally got our correct book. I think. Yes, it is. So this is why I say try two, because I thought we were going to get this last month. That's what we were promised, all the good stuff. Not a biggie. But what came was I had an issue at the warehouse where the people that were putting together the boxes weren't paying attention. And as you just saw, my book came in this plain white envelope. Well, so did the books for Cottagecore, which was a different book of theirs. And someone was trying to make space in the warehouse, or in the production area, where they were boxing all these up. And the envelopes were sealed. And so there was no way to know that they had just combined a box of Lucky Griffin with a box of Cottagecore books. So, originally in that video I said, oh, I'll make a part 2 once I find the other copy of Winter's Harvest. Oh, man. 1 second. I just knocked over my work notebooks. Why? Because this is what I get for just like, oh, I'm just going to be quick and put my work notebooks on top of the trash can. On the lid. Either I create too much trash at my home office desk, or I need a bigger trash can. I'm not sure which. Probably a little bit of both, if I'm honest. Okay, so anyway, so I got an email and they said, oh yeah, there's about 20 people that got the wrong book. I was one of those lucky 20. Ha, pun. And, we're going to adjust that just a little. So I had to send back that other copy, the Cottagecore book, so I could get this one, because there was actually a waiting list for the other one. So we have Lucky Griffin, Recipes and Regalings, Traveler's Guide. So I do like that it comes with this big casing book. And this, even though it's, you know, it's a story with recipes in it. It's not just fantasy recipes. So this is probably going to stay up here in the library, and maybe I copy down some of the older, or not the older, some of the recipes into my literary cookbook that I got from Once Upon a Book Club a couple of years ago. So, I'm so sorry. It's just been a long day. I did 8 hours of meetings today. So here's our cover. I do like that it's got the brass corners. And this is actually really sturdy. It's not a flimsy paper one. So, and then, yeah, and it's even embossed too. I don't know if you guys can see that in the lighting or not. I hope you can. Oh, they signed it. Oh, how cute. I love that they signed it in this glitter ink. That's amazing. I'm easily impressed. Just go with it. So, okay, and then we have white paper. Or maybe I decide I like this well enough that I keep the really nice copy in my library and I go out and buy a cheap paperback copy to put downstairs on the cookbook shelf. So, contents, spices. Oh, okay, so how to make spices, sauces, schmears, monster butter, pot of gold. That sounds like a cream cheese thing. Whipped copper butter. Ooh, that sounds like a spiced butter. Sunrise meals, so breakfast. Biscuits and dragon gravy. Adventurer's casserole, apple butter balls, popover pancakes. Lunch, the usual, mac and jack. That sounds like mac and cheese. Tarragon stone pie, sounds like a shepherd's pie kind of thing. Vagabonds, bitty buns, tato corn chow. Shroom cream soup, piggy dippers, that's probably like a cocktail wiener type thing. Coronation rabbit. Ooh, I have not cooked rabbit. Sundown meals, so dinner. We got whatever the Lucky Griffin special is. Wolf stew, King Mulligan stew, thief stew. Last meals. So maybe late night. Oh, no. Because then we got light bites over here. Okay, so maybe this is fey noodles, strawberry solstice cake. Okay, this sounds like dessert section. And then light bites, you know, snacks, appetizers, libations, drinks. So maybe this is all just a cookbook instead of stories with a cookbook. Hello there, traveler. Allow me to introduce myself, my lovely friend here. My name is Quincy. The one with all the tattoos is my best friend, Minty. We run the Lucky Griffin, our magical tavern and library. We hope you enjoy your stay. This tome you're holding is quite the treasure, and we trust you'll keep it out of the wrong hands. But for now, we invite you to journey through these pages, tales, and recipes and learn a bit more about the wonderful place we call home. Oh, this is an interesting cookbook. Okay, so harvest spice, and tells you exactly what it is. Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. Okay. Regal sugar, phoenix powder. Okay, some of these are gluten-free. Sweet dragon sauce, so sweet, probably a sweet and sour sauce. Dragons, worms. And drakes, powerful creature of legend, and whose wake leave destruction or blessings. Okay, so not necessarily like story, but cookbooks, kind of like blogs that have little paragraphs of, this is how I came across this. The pink stuff. Oh no. Secret sauce is a staple at the Lucky Griffin. Great on sandwiches, fries, meats, even salads. Instant favorite to the tavern. Not entirely pink in color, but a slight reddish hue from its ingredients. Simple sauce that adds subtle heat and depth to flavor of almost any meal. Okay, so what we got? Mayonnaise, ketchup, pickled juice, or apple cider vinegar. Okay, well that would be the slight, not heat kick, but just flavor kick. Worcestershire sauce and phoenix powder. Okay, so the phoenix powder is what's giving it the kick. Mix everything in a bowl, stir well, store in an airtight container, chill, enjoy within 5 days. Okay. Chocolate sauce. Let's just, what do we got in here? Lost bread. So apparently it's vegetarian. Misty's maple scones. Jamie cakes. Kind of sound like donuts. I do like that it's got the gold edging on here. It's like the fanciest cookbook I own. Oh, and there's something in the back cover too. We'll get to that. Morning oats. Minthy's Library. Dear Quincy. Okay, so there's some. Sun High Meals. Mac and Jack. There's a legend that once crept its way down Mount Eurus with twisted limbs crawling through the plains of Nodos to reach the tavern. You can still hear whispery groans of it echoing through the woods at night. One must listen closely to hear the guttural sounds, but the tale begins a bit like this. Beware the boy Jack, for he is not alone. The spirit Mac is sulphide. Beware the boy Jack, for his warning is a groan. The spirit Mac is inside. Okay. Bone apple teeth. Okay, so we've got Jack's pulled pork and mac and cheese. Okay, so this is just mac and cheese with pulled pork on top. I'm not going to say no to that. I love that kind of stuff. Why do I say that? Because I don't work out. I don't eat so I can work out. I work out so I can eat. Tarragon pie. That, okay, so tarragon stone pie. That looks more like pizza. Vagabonds. So, Hot Pocket type thing. Bitty buns. Looks like dinner rolls. Tato corn chow. Corn porridge. Such a thing. So this one's apparently gluten-free. Looks like a hummus of sorts. Maple vinaigrette. Oh yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Another minty note. Sundown meals. Wolf stew. Okay, so stew and potatoes and roast wolf mashed potatoes. Yep. King Mulligan stew. Thieves stew. Fluff and poco. So I think that's like chicken and dumplings. Penny chili. Ew! Caps and maggots? What in blazes? Alright, what we got? Use shrimp cream soup as a base. Prepare the soup, then add 1 chicken breast. Cut into bite-sized pieces. Cook through 1 cup washed uncooked jasmine rice. Okay. Sounds less disgusting now. Chicken and rice soup. Got it. Twilight noodles. Okay, so squid ink noodles. Fisherman's fillet. And this is a really cute book, actually. I am enjoying this. Nightmare potatoes. Oh my goodness. Loomy bars. Lunar pastry. Fa Noels. I know, you're going to say... I heard it as soon as I said it. Fa, don't you mean Fay Noels? Yes, I do, but meh. Strawberry solstice cake. Ooh, strawberry probably a shortcake. Shortcake biscuits. Dumpster cake. Dump cake is really good. Oatmeal scotchies. More letters. Oh, Corvid. I'm so glad they added the other letter in there because I'm like, seriously, you're going to call a lore keeper of Minthy's Library COVID? Okay. Light bites. Cocoa buns. Iron bread, copper bites, goblin bread, kelpie dip, tater tubs. Yeah, I might have to get a paperback version of this for the cooking shelf downstairs. Violet butterfly. Oh, is this alcoholic or is this non-alcoholic? I'm seeing a lot of vegetarian recipes in here, so it looks like it's kind of all for everybody. Oh, Corvid's a half harpy. Okay. Violet Butterfly is, okay, it's vegan and gluten-free. Dried butterfly pea flowers, boiling water, lemon juice, white sugar, pomegranate seeds, and lemon slices. Okay, so non-alcoholic, but, you could easily make this alcoholic by adding vodka. Why do I say that? Butterfly pea flowers. That's easy to do. Or you could probably even just use butterfly pea tea, like tea bags. Yeah, especially because it says steep. Steep the butterfly pea flower in boiling water for 5 minutes. Yeah. Ginger mint. Health potion. Oh, there we go. What's in the health potion? Ginger, mandarin oranges, honey, maple syrup, brown sugar, cinnamon stick, anise pods, whole cloves, black peppercorns, cranberries, cranberry juice, garnish. Okay, so spice cider, essentially. I mean, you've got it. It's gonna have a cranberry orange taste to it. Mana potions. I'm curious. I'm really curious what's in the mana potion. Butterfly pea flowers, boiling water, white sugar, coconut or almond milk, and tapioca boba pearls. Okay. Apparently Stubby really liked this book. Acknowledgements. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is the back of the original book that you could buy off the bookshelves. And I think I'm actually beginning to think that this isn't really like signed, but just printed in there. I know, I'm such an idiot. I get it. I can't imagine why they would sign both sides of it. And the more I feel it, the more it feels printed on. I'm still okay with that. All right. Ooh. Oh, I didn't notice that. There's a ribbon marker in here. I don't really want to undo it. But I am curious to see where it's landing in the book. It is right behind the recipe, or at least the tail end of it is right behind the recipe for Druid Jack. So jackfruit recipe for those who want faux pork. And penny chili is where the ribbon is. All right. So, as I just pulled out the adventurer's card from in here, let me see what's in here, because I forget what they said about the adventurer's card. Metal corners. Oh, digital signatures. So yeah, I was right. On Instagram. Yeah, it doesn't actually say anything about what these cards are. So. Oh, these are just cutesy little things. Sorry, I wanted to look at them first before I showed them to you. Alright, so, adventurer's card. Document certifies that name, date issued is a fully pledged member of the Tavern Guard and hereby granted the privileges to perform and execute quests, access private areas, pass through crossroads, blah, 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 signed by Quincy. And then, Minthy's Library, just a little printed library card. So, making deals with the Fae. Oh my goodness. I solemnly swear, let's see, what does this say? Sorry guys. I solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and respect any tome, scroll, or book borrowed from Minthy's library to ensure the safe return of anything borrowed by the assigned due date, else forfeiting this pass and all its privileges, to conduct myself in a manner befitting an adventurer of the Lucky Griffin while within the library. Okay, so she's my kind of lady. You will bring your book back on time or you don't get access to nothing. So, I like that little touch in it. It's cute. And their tavern looks very nice. I'm sure it gets very rowdy in there when they have a bunch of guests, but I do like the feel of this. I think this is supposed to be like a faux leather type thing. I'm not going to worry about keeping the card in there. But all in all, even though it took forever, well worth the wait. I may have to get a paperback copy of this for downstairs. So, yeah. I think we're going to move onward and upward to the next video. I ordered a couple of mystery boxes. So, yeah, give me a few minutes and I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.